RSI 14 is 55 and the stock is currently not being overbought or oversold. Red day on Thursday for Aemetis, updated on December 31, 2020, buy or hold candidate since December 22, 2020 loss minus 21.94%. The Aemetis stock price fell by minus 3.86% on the last day, Thursday, December 31, 2020, from $2.59 to $2.49, and has now fallen 7 days in a row. During the day the stock fluctuated 5.53% from a day low at $2.47 to a day high of $2.61. The price has fallen in 7 of the last 10 days, but is still up by 7.33% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day by 203,000 shares but on falling prices. This may be an early warning and the risk will be increased slightly over the next couple of days. In total, 821,000 shares were bought and sold for approximately $2.04 million. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and falling trend in the short term, and further fall within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to fall minus 33.84% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between 80 cents and $2.33 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast: the Aemetis stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the stock giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $2.79. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately $2.42. A break-up through the short-term average will send a buy signal, whereas a breakdown through the long-term average will send a sell signal. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence-divergence, MACD. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Tuesday, December 22, 2020, and so far it has fallen minus 21.94%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Volume rose on falling prices yesterday. This may be an early warning and the stock should be followed more closely. Support, risk and stop loss: on the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $2.21 and $2.14. There is natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, since if this is broken, the stock then may fall to the next support level. In this case, Aemetis finds support just below today's level at $2.21. If this is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $2.14 and $2.12. This stock may move much during a day, volatility, and with a large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, the stock is considered to be high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 14 cents between high and low, or 5.53%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 8.39%. Our recommended stop loss, $2.37, minus 4.90%. This stock has high daily movements and this gives high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 6 days ago. Is Aemetis stock a buy? Aemetis holds several positive signals, but we still don't find these to be enough for a buy candidate. At the current level, it should be considered as a hold candidate, hold or accumulate, in this position whilst awaiting further development. Current score, minus 0.033. Predicted opening price for Aemetis of Monday, January 4, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 4, 2021. Current price $2.52. Aemetis, Inc. operates as a renewable fuels and biochemicals company. The firm focuses on the acquisition, development, and commercialization of technologies that replace traditional petroleum-based products by the conversion of ethanol and biodiesel plants into biorefineries. Summary: AMTX is overvalued compared to its price of $2.49 per share, has somewhat below average safety, and is currently rated a sell. Recommendation: Rec. Sell. Rec reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector-vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price, $2.49. Current value, 26 cents. AMTX has a current value of 26 cents per share, compared to a price of $2.49 per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV, very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. AMTX has an RV of 0.11, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/RS, fair RS is an indicator of risk. AMTX has an RS of 0.89, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT, very poor RT analyzes a stock's price trend. AMTX has a relative timing rating of 0.30, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter, and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST, poor VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. AMTX has a VST rating of 0.55, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price, $2.65. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. AMTX has a stop of $2.65 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI, Comfort Index, very good. CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. AMTX has a CI of 1.37, which is very good on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. AMTX has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -6.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. AMTX has a forecasted EPS of $1.43 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. P/E, price to earnings ratio. P/E shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. AMTX has a P/E of -1.74. The average P/E of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is -120.24. EY, earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. AMTX has an EY of -57.43%. This is above the current average of -0.83% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to P/E ratio. AMTX has a GPE rating of -3.45. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV, dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. AMTX does not pay a dividend. DY, dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. AMTX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x, DIV/price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, Dividend Safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. AMTX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. AMTX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS, and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. AMTX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. Average vol. Average vol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. AMTX has an average vol of 2,294,949 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the average vol. Percent vol equals volume, average vol, /average vol, *100. AMTX had a percent vol of -64.25% on Thursday, December 31, 2020. PRC, AMTX price changed -3.86% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, AMTX has annual sales of 180 million. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. AMTX has a sales growth of -29.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SBS. AMTX has annual sales of $8.26 per share. Price to sales ratio, P/S. AMTX has a P/S of 0.30. Shares, AMTX has 21 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, AMTX has a market capitalization of 54 million. Business sector, AMTX has been assigned to the chemical business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, AMTX has been assigned to the chemical, specialty, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.